Afternoon, everybody. Thanks for being here. Apologies for my connection issues. Jasmine, will you take the roll?
Yes, Chair Bao.
Here. Yeah, here.
Okay. Regent Southworth.
Here.
Regent Buchanan.
Here.
Regent Folkford.
Here.
Regent Hoyer.
Here.
Regent Spoon.
Here.
Regent Gronley.
Here.
Commissioner Christian.
Here.
Governor Gianforte is excused and Superintendent Headland is excused. Quorum is present. Back to you, Chair.
Great. So the agenda today is authorizing compensation for an individual moving into leadership at Great Falls College, MSU. We need to make some salary adjustments, and we've set aside time for public comment. Thanks to Commissioner Christian's staff and the search team for their work. I think it's exciting that we're finding a candidate from inside for the CEO and Dean of Great Falls College. I know it was a long and thorough process, and we applaud everyone for that. Commissioner Christian, I'll hand it over to you to present the action item.
Thank you, and thanks to everyone for joining us on fairly short notice, but we do have a person ready to step into the role in Great Falls. So very excited about that. Appreciate everyone having this special meeting. Yeah, we have one item before you, staff item A. It has three parts to it. First being to approve the compensation to hire Leanne Frost as the new Dean CEO of Great Falls College. As the chair said, very excited about this hire. We went through a national search process, built a good pool, used AGB again, not an infomercial, but a fact. And they did a good job building a pool for us. We're very happy with the outcome. We have an internal person, again, coming from student affairs and some areas that we think are incredibly important. Also spent some time in workforce development and community partnerships. I think will be a fantastic leader for Great Falls College. So we have that item or that part of the item before you. And then, Mr. Chair, as you know, we've had several hires of late. Some of those hires, we have had a long track record of trying to do our very best to reduce compression when it exists. That is the new hires coming on very close to people that have served longer. We have had a general resistance to inversion. That is new hires coming on at a position more than those that have served. And so you have before you two salary adjustments that we think fall into that inversion piece. And this is an effort to bring those up to at least parity with some of the adjustments that some of the conditions that we faced in making a hire given the market pressures. And so those two items to adjust compensation are part of this. They're all listed. The three of them are listed on the attachment. Mr. Chair, unless there's questions, we would look for support to move this item forward.
Yeah, thanks, Commissioner. I think before we move forward with the item, I just want to know how pleased I am that if passed, Dr. Leanne Frost will become CEO and helm as an internal candidate. I just think, it's important that we recognize that. It's important that we recognize that, coming up through the system at MUS is a pathway to the CEO position, and that, we have a leadership pipeline at the organization. I also think it's important to recognize and support the continued exceptional performance of Chancellor Ixwa at MSU Billings and Dean Bauman at Helena College. We're grateful for your steady, hands on those campuses and the effectiveness you bring. And I just want to add that I'm really hopeful that the hiring and search committees under Chair Bao will be much less active than under Chair Buchanan.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm with you.
Any other? I guess what I'll do is I'll ask for a motion. I'd entertain a motion to approve action item A.
So moved.
Is there any discussion from members of the board? I think I've said my piece. Is there any discussion from the campuses? Do we have any public comment, Jasmine?
We do not.
Sorry, was that a negative?
That's a negative.
Seeing no further comment, I will call for the vote. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Since this is a public meeting, I will now call for public comment. Public comment may be offered on any items on the meeting's agenda or in any matter not on the agenda, but under the jurisdiction of the Board of Regents. Please limit verbal public comment to 3 minutes. Written comments may also be sent to Jasmine Casanovas at jcasanovas@montana.edu, which you can find on our website on MUS. Jasmine, is there any public comment?
Negative, there is not.
Thank you, board members. I think we're all eager for Dr. Frost to guide Great Falls College to its next chapter. Congratulations, and we look forward to working with you and to being in Great Falls in a couple of years. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. I think that's all we have.
Thanks, Clay. Yep, meeting.